Hello traders, this is T-Team Tembi over here. I know it's been a while ever since we posted our weekly technicals. As a matter of fact, the last time we posted our weekly technicals was around the 15th of Feb. So I'm sorry guys, I know we've been away and inconsistent for quite some time when it comes to the weekly technicals. So now they're back. Today I decided to do something a little bit different just by recording a video of my analysis and taking you through some few pairs, which is going to be Usdcad, Gbpjpy, Nzdusd, and I'll see what else I'm going to analyze. So without wasting any further time, let's just begin with this USD-CAD chart. So I like to start my analysis on the bigger time frame just to get the direction of bias. In this case, I'll start on the weekly chart. So here on the weekly, we can quite tell that price has been gradually rising to the upside by forming higher highs and high lows, high highs and high lows. That's stepping formation going to the upside. So most recently, after this push to the upside, price came back to our ascending trend line. Let me just draw it so that you guys can see it as well. So price came back to our ascending trend line over here, right? And on the pullback, due to this huge meltdown to the downside, I didn't enter on the first test. I waited for price to push higher, and it came back for a second retest or second confirmation, where I started looking for opportunities to go to the upside. So now we can drop down in time frame since we know our directional bias is bullish. Now, after we know our trend, we look or pay attention to our support and resistance levels. So we're going down to the daily. Now things are making more sense over here. We had that first confirmation where I didn't enter my trade, price pushed to the upside, and I waited for the second confirmation where price came back to retest once again our monthly support level at 131,000, and we saw a lot of spike action, which was indicating that now the market is preparing for a big move to the upside, most probably. And we took our trade somewhere around this region. The market pushed to the upside. That was just the first phase of the market. Now, since we know that the market is always moving in different phases, we waited for a pullback. So some of the people missed this trade right when the market pushed higher. However, the market is always moving in two phases and it provides second chance entries. So we waited for a second chance entry when the market broke above our structure and came back to retest it as our new support level or our base in the market. So the market produced what we call a fakey setup where we have an inside bar. This is the mother candle. This is the inside bar. A false break to the downside where the market quickly snapped and closed within the range of the inside bar. So we look for opportunities to enter long where we took our trade around this region, stop loss well below the previous perception signal, and then our target is at the upside where we're most likely to form a new high going higher. So as you can see, the market pushed to the upside. However, it failed to break above our daily resistance level or our previous high at 1.34606. So price was trying and attempting to break to the upside. However, it failed on numerous attempts. So on Friday before the market closed, we saw this huge bearish candle here, which was also motivated by fundamentals, the CAD news that came out on Friday. So price is currently moving back to my entry point where I have my stop loss on break even. So I might get stopped out on break even. Opportunities might come around. That's the reason why I'm doing this right now, is because price might attempt to break to the downside, but due to the buying pressure around this region, might get another perception signal to enter long and going higher and higher. So that's the reason why I did this right now. So look for opportunities here on USD CAD, somewhere around this region at 1.33277, where you're going to be entering long. So that's it on USD CAD. My bias is long. Now moving on to Gbpjpy. Gbpjpy is also looking great for long opportunities, guys, and I'll break it down for you. Here I don't really need to go to the bigger time frame because the chart is just showing all the signs that I need to enter into a trade or to look for a possible entry. So most previously we saw price respecting this ascending trend line. This happened after we had this huge bullish candle after the flash crash, and we saw a lot of buying pressure in the market, and we came back to structure, respected it, price pushed higher, so we're forming higher highs and higher lows. And by now you know that those are the characteristics of an uptrend, so we knew that we're having bullish momentum in this market. So one thing that I look for as well as price advances to the upside or to the downside are my major levels, or my elders as I call them sometimes, which are my monthly resistance and support levels. So in this case, we're looking at our 148.500 monthly resistance level, where price was attempting to break to the upside. As you can see, we had double attempts over here where price failed to push higher and formed a double top. So one thing about double tops is that you first wait for them to form, obviously, and then you can trade them on the neckline. So after price pushed to the downside, it attempted to break below this ascending trend line, failed on numerous attempts. However, we saw the market last week breaking or violating this ascending trend line, which indicates a change in market momentum. So right now we're going to be waiting for a pullback to this market structure over here, which is currently acting as our daily resistance level. So we're going to be looking for opportunities to sell into this market going short. So I don't want to make these videos long. I try to keep my trading simple and make sure that other people understand my analysis. So I try to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm done with Gbpjpy. Moving on to Nzdusd. This one is a little bit tricky, but we're going to dissect it. Now, price seems to be in a trading range in between this daily resistance level, which is also a zone, and the weekly support level at 0.67 thousand. Now, price when it's in consolidation, that means it's moving in between support and resistance. There's no clear trend here, so price is just moving in between these two support and resistance levels. So we saw that after this bearish pin bar, price moved to the downside, produced a bullish pin bar, also a false break. Price gradually rise to resistance level or zone once again, rejected, went to the downside. So now we know that price is in a range. Most recently, price came back from this huge bearish pin bar, could have taken a 50% entry over here, stop loss just above, target next logical area. You can use this one as your first target. So now, since we know that this market is in a range, we're going to be looking for opportunities to go to the downside so that we can complete the move lower back to 0.67 thousand, which is our weekly support level. So what I'm waiting for in this market is a mere pullback to my mid-range zone over here, and then I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of selling pressure in this market back to my weekly support level. So yeah, I'm done, guys. I'm done. Just covered Nzdusd. What else? I'm forgetting the pairs: Gbpjpy and Usdcad. So my bias on Usdcad is obviously long, bias on Gbpjpy short, and then the last one, Kiwi dollar, which is Nzdusd, the bias is short. So you're gonna be looking for opportunities to go short, guys. I'm done for the week. This are my analysis and my directional bias. Yeah, guys. Kevin is also gonna post Euro USD, GBP USD, all his favorite pairs. So please make sure that you check them out. I love you guys. Have a great week. Peace.